I stood there in the dimly lit hospital room, my heart pounding as I held her hand, watching our little family, our miracle, come together in a way I never imagined. But how did we get here? From a single dad's desperate joke to this unbreakable bond? Let me take you back to the beginning, where one wild proposition changed everything. It was a rainy Tuesday evening in late autumn, the kind where the city streets glistened under streetlights and the air carried the scent of wet pavement and distant thunder. I, Alex Thompson, was trudging through another exhausting day at Vargas Tech, our bustling startup in downtown Seattle. At 32, I was a mid-level marketing specialist, but my real full-time job was being a single dad to my 5-year-old daughter, Lily. She'd lost her mom, my wife Sarah, to a brutal fight with ovarian cancer 2 years prior. The grief was a constant shadow, lurking in quiet moments, but I pushed it down for Lily's sake. Daycare pickups, rushed dinners of mac and cheese, and bedtime stories about brave princesses were our routine. Financially, we were scraping by, medical bills had drained our savings, and I dreamed of giving Lily a better life, maybe a house with a yard instead of our cramped apartment. That's when Elena Vargas, my boss and the formidable CEO, summoned me to her corner office. The room was a testament to her success, sleek glass desk, panoramic views of the Puget Sound, awards lining the walls from Forbes and TechCrunch. Elena was 35, with sharp features, raven hair always in a professional updo, and eyes that could dissect a business plan in seconds. She was known as the Ice Queen around the office, brilliant, driven, but emotionally distant. Whispers suggested a tragic family history, but no one dared ask. That evening, as rain pelted the windows, she looked uncharacteristically disheveled, her blouse slightly wrinkled, a strand of hair escaping her bun. "Alex, close the door," she said, her voice crisp but laced with an undercurrent of urgency. I complied, my mind racing. Was this about my recent campaign pitch? A layoff? She gestured to the leather chair opposite her. "I need a favor. It's unconventional, to say the least." I sat, gripping the armrests. She leaned forward, her manicured nails drumming lightly on a stack of legal documents. "My grandfather passed last month. His will, it's complicated. To inherit the family estate and trusts, worth tens of millions, I must be married for a full year by my 36th birthday, or it all defaults to my cousin, Marco, who's been scheming for years." I stared, processing. Elena, married? She was famously single, her life a whirlwind of board meetings and international flights. "Why me?" I managed to ask. "You're reliable, discreet, and, you need the money," she replied bluntly. "I've seen your file. Debts from your wife's illness, single parenting. In exchange, you'll get a $500,000 bonus, stock options, and I'll cover Lily's education through college. It's a contract, public marriage, no intimacy required. We announce it quietly, handle appearances, and divorce amicably after the year." My head spun. $500,000? That could pay off everything. Give Lily dance lessons, vacations, security. But faking a marriage? The ethics nodded me, yet desperation whispered yes. "So, we're sharing a bed?" I joked weakly, trying to lighten the absurdity, my cheeks burning as the words tumbled out. Elena's composure cracked. She let out a short, genuine laugh that softened her features, making her look younger, more approachable. "Absolutely not, Alex. Separate suites in my penthouse. This is strictly business." But in that shared chuckle, a spark flickered, curiosity, perhaps, or the first thread of connection in our contrived union. We shook on it, and as I left her office, the rain had stopped, leaving a clear night sky. Little did I know, that offhand quip would echo through our lives, transforming pretense into profound reality. Cliffhanger, as we dove into the charade, a hidden clause in the wool surfaced, one that could expose us and shatter the fragile trust we were building. The contract was signed that Saturday in a sterile lawyer's office downtown, with non-disclosure agreements thicker than a novel. Elena's attorney, a stern woman named Ms. Hargrove, outlined the terms. Joint bank accounts for show, public outings, even a fabricated backstory of office romance blooming over late-night projects. I moved into Elena's penthouse the following week, a sprawling, modern space on the 40th floor with white marble counters, a home gym, and views that made our old apartment feel like a closet. Lily's eyes widened as she explored her new room, painted in soft pastels with a canopy bed and shelves stocked with books and toys Elena had thoughtfully provided. "Daddy, is this our new home forever?" Lily asked, twirling in her princess dress, her curly blonde hair bouncing. "For now, sweetie," I replied, kneeling to her level. "Elena is letting us stay to help with work stuff." Explaining to a 5-year-old was tricky. I framed it as a big adventure. Elena greeted us with takeout pizza, surprising, given her usual kale smoothies, and Lily warmed to her immediately, chattering about kindergarten art projects. That first night, as I tucked Lily in, Elena lingered in the doorway. "She's adorable," she said softly. "Reminds me of my sister at that age." "Your sister?" I probed gently, sensing vulnerability. "Anna. She died when I was 12, leukemia. It broke our family." Elena's voice wavered, her walls cracking just a bit. It was the first of many late-night conversations in the kitchen, over coffee or wine, where we peeled back layers. I shared Sarah's diagnosis, the chemo sessions, her final days holding Lily as a toddler. Elena opened up about her grandfather, a stern patriarch who built the family fortune in real estate but favored tradition over her modern ambitions. He thought women should marry young, have kids. This was his last jab. Publicly, we debuted as a couple at a charity gala 2 weeks in. Elena in a stunning red gown, me in a rented tux, we held hands under flashing cameras. "How did you meet?" a reporter asked. "Over spreadsheets and strategy sessions," Elena quipped, squeezing my arm. "The media dubbed us Seattle's power couple. But behind closed doors, it was navigating awkwardness, bumping into each other in the hallway, polite goodnights." Lily bridged the gap, dragging Elena into tea parties or drawing sessions. One afternoon, I came home to find them baking cookies, flour everywhere, laughter filling the air. Ellie showed me how to make hearts. Lily beamed, using the nickname she'd coined. As weeks turned to months, the first major hurdle arose, the family reunion at the Vargas estate in the rolling hills of Napa Valley. It was a grand affair, vineyards, a stone mansion, relatives from across the country. Elena's nerves were palpable on the flight down. "They'll interrogate us," she warned. "Especially Marco. He's always resented me for being grandfather's favorite." Marco was slick, mid-40s, with a perpetual smirk and a history of failed ventures funded by family money. At the welcome dinner, under crystal chandeliers, he toasted us slyly. "To Elena and her, convenient match. Tell us, Alex, what's it like being married to the boss?" The table tittered. I met his gaze steadily. "It's inspiring. Elena's passion is contagious." Under the table, her hand found mine, a silent thank you. That night, the guest room mix-up forced us into one bed. King-sized, but intimate. We lay rigid at first, the space between us a chasm. "This wasn't part of the plan," I whispered. "No," she agreed, turning to face me. In the moonlight, we talked for hours, her childhood pressures, my fears of failing Lily. "I envy you, Alex. You have her love unconditionally." By morning, the distance had narrowed, not physically, but emotionally. We returned to Seattle closer, the pretense feeling less like acting. Yet, challenges escalated. Lily's adjustment wasn't seamless. She had nightmares about losing mommy again, clinging to me at night. Elena suggested a child therapist, covering the costs without hesitation. She's part of this now, Elena said, her tone maternal. At work, rumors swirled, favoritism accusations from colleagues. One jealous coworker, Derek from sales, cornered me. Sleeping your way to the top, huh? It stung, but Elena defended me in a staff meeting, praising my work ethic. Then, the kiss that shifted everything. It happened after a grueling day, Lily asleep, us unwinding on the balcony with stars overhead. Elena confided her loneliness. Building the company was my escape, but it's empty without someone to share it. I reached for her hand, and suddenly, our lips met, soft at first, then fervent, years of pent-up emotion pouring out. It was more than attraction, it was understanding, two broken souls finding solace. But bliss was short-lived. Her phone lit up. A text from Marco. Nice act. But I have proof it's all fake. Pay up or I expose you. Blackmail. My stomach dropped. Cliffhanger. With Marco's threat dangling like a sword, we uncovered his deeper motives, embezzlement that could ruin the family name, but confronting him risked dragging Lily into the scandal. We huddled in the living room, Elena's face ashen. He must have hacked my emails or bribed someone. I pulled her into a hug, her body tense against mine. We'll handle this together. Hiring a PI was our next move. The investigator, a grizzled ex-cop named Ramirez, dug deep. Turns out, Marco had siphoned funds from the estate for his gambling debts. Armed with bank records, Elena arranged a private meeting at a neutral cafe. Back off, Marco, she said, sliding the evidence across the table. Or this goes to the authorities. He paled but snarled, you think love makes this real? It's a farce. He retreated, but his words lingered, sowing doubt. To rebuild, we escaped to a cozy cabin in the Olympic Peninsula. Lily hiked trails with us, collecting pine cones, her joy infectious. Around a campfire, Elena shared more, her parents' divorce after Anna's death, how she vowed never to depend on anyone. But with you, Alex, I want to try. I confessed my guilt over Sarah. She'd want me happy, but moving on feels like betrayal. We made love that night under the stars, the connection raw and healing. Back home, we integrated more. Family game nights, cooking classes. Lily's school issues arose, she struggled with reading, feeling different without a mom. Elena volunteered at her class, reading stories with dramatic flair, boosting Lily's confidence. You're my hero, Ellie, Lily said, hugging her. Work tensions peaked when a rival firm poached our top client. Elena blamed herself, working manic hours. I found her crying in her office one night. I can't lose the company too. I held her, reminding her of her strength. Together, we revamped the pitch, landing a bigger contract. It was a testament, we complemented each other. Mid-year, Elena's health scare hit like a freight train. Routine checkup revealed a lump in her breast. Echoes of Sarah's cancer paralyzed me. I accompanied her to biopsies, holding her hand through the wait. Benign, the doctor finally said. Relief flooded us, but it deepened our bond. I realized I can't imagine life without you, Elena whispered in the car. Lily's 6th birthday was magical, a rooftop party with balloons, cake, and a magician. As she wished on candles, for our family to stay together, tears pricked my eyes. That night, in our now shared bed, Elena professed, I love you, Alex. This isn't pretend anymore. I love you too, I echoed, our future crystallizing. As the year waned, the contract loomed. Inheritance papers arrived, Elena was set. But Marco leaked anonymized tips to tabloids, Vargas marriage a sham? We countered with a joint interview, bearing our souls. It started as convenience, but became love, Elena declared. Public support surged, turning scandal to inspiration. Cliffhanger, On our anniversary eve, a knock revealed Victor, Elena's ex, with alleged damning emails that could nullify everything we'd built. Victor stood there, smug in a tailored suit, waving printouts. "Old drafts from your lawyer. Proves fraud." Elena gasped. I'd heard of him. Her college love who betrayed her with infidelity. "Get out," I growled, but he lingered, taunting. That night, we scrutinized the documents, outdated, irrelevant. But it reopened Elena's scars. "He destroyed my trust once. What if this ruins us?" Sobbing in my arms, she questioned everything. I proposed then, ring from Sarah's jewelry box repurposed with Elena's blessing. "Marry me for keeps." Her yes was fervent. We sued Victor for harassment, his claims crumbling. The real wedding followed. Beachside in Hawaii, lilies scattering petals, vows echoing our journey. Months later, Elena's pregnancy announcement brought joy amid morning sickness and cravings. We navigated it together, ultrasounds, nursery planning. Lily was ecstatic about a sibling. Now, in the hospital, our son cried his first breath. Naming him Elias after Elena's grandfather, I marveled at our path. From a rainy office proposition to this, love forged in fire, resilient and true. Life's twists teach us. Embrace the unexpected, heal through connection. To single parents, ambitious souls, anyone faking strength, real love awaits when you let go. If this story touched you, hit that like button and subscribe for more heartfelt tales that remind us love always wins. Thanks for watching. But our story didn't end there. The hospital room was just a milestone in a longer tapestry of life, love, and unforeseen trials. As Elias grew from a wrinkly newborn to a chubby 6-month-old with Elena's dark eyes and my mischievous grin, we settled into family rhythms that felt both new and eternal. Mornings were chaotic, Lily rushing for school, Elias babbling in his highchair, Elena juggling conference calls while pureeing baby food. I'd whip up breakfast, stealing kisses from Elena amid the mayhem. Who knew domesticity could be this sexy? I'd tease, earning her playful eye roll. Yet, echoes of our past lingered. Marco, though silenced, harbored grudges. A year post-wedding, he sued for a share of the inheritance, claiming undue influence. Court battles drained us emotionally. Elena testified about grandfather's wishes, her voice steady but eyes weary. I supported her, bringing Lily and Elias to hearings for moral boosts. The judge ruled in our favor, citing our genuine marriage evidence, photos, witnesses, even Lily's drawings. Victory tasted sweet, but it reminded us, family ties could bind or bruise. Professionally, Elena expanded Vargas Tech into AI-driven solutions, with me heading marketing. We launched a campaign aiding single parents, inspired by my story, scholarships, flexible work policies. It went viral, boosting our brand and healing old wounds. Lily thrived, excelling in school with Elena's encouragement in STEM toys and books. "I want to be like Ellie when I grow up, a boss lady," she'd declare. Personal growth deepened too. I joined a grief support group, sharing Sarah's memory without guilt. Elena visited Anna's grave annually, inviting us along, blending our losses into shared strength. Vacations became traditions, Disney for Lily's 7th birthday, where Elias's first steps happened amid Mickey ears, a European tour tracing Elena's heritage, from Spanish vineyards to Italian coasts. Challenges persisted. Elias's colic tested our patience, sleepless nights led to arguments. "I can't do this alone." Elena snapped once, exhaustion peaking. "You're not," I reassured, taking over feeds. We hired a nanny, prioritizing self-care, date nights, spa days. It reinforced communication's power. As years unfolded, Lily hit pre-teens, navigating friendships and first crushes. Elena guided her through girl talks, filling maternal gaps with wisdom. "Love yourself first," she'd advise. I coached soccer, Elias toddling on sidelines. A scare came when Elena's company faced a cyber attack. Hackers demanding ransom. Suspecting Marco's involvement, we cooperated with FBI, tracing it to a disgruntled ex-employee. Resolution brought relief, but heightened our vigilance. Through it all, our bond evolved, from passionate newlyweds to partners in crime, parenting, and dreams. Anniversaries were celebrated with recreations of that first kiss, toasts to our fake start. Looking back, that office proposition wasn't just a deal, it was fate's nudge. We built a life richer than inheritance. Love, laughter, legacy. To viewers, cherish connections, face fears. Miracles hide in the mundane. Thanks for watching.